So, welcome. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm Dr. Geneva, and with a track record of leading organizations, raising over $100 million for vital causes, and forging more than 50 public and private partnerships, I empower women leaders to unlock their full potential. And as we get close to 2025, I'm excited to share 5 game-changing strategies that will help make 2025 your breakthrough year. And I want to make sure that you have some extraordinary outcomes for the next year coming up. Now, you may say to me, but wait a minute, is that soon? Well, let me tell you what the countdown is. The countdown is 84 days until January the 1st. That's almost right around the corner. And if you think of that's a lot of time, you got to think again because real change takes planning and breakthroughs just don't happen overnight. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels and you want to move forward, but you're not really sure how to do it, when to do it, and again, remember that 2025 is going to start before you know it. I don't want you to wait until the last minute to decide what you want your 2025 to look like. And so, why are we going to focus on 2025 and breakthroughs now? Because oftentimes, if you wait, it keeps you stuck. Breakthroughs are about moving, about refusing to settle wherever you are now, wanting to go to the next level, to give yourself the freedom to grow and to take control of your future. So, right now is the perfect time to start thinking about 2025 and the kind of breakthroughs you want to make. Don't let another month slip by without any real progress. Oftentimes, many of you want that guidance and that help and that thinking about how to define your personal and professional goals. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here today, and really why I come to you every week to help you go to that next level, to unlock your full potential and be all that it is that you want to be. And the breakthroughs, what we know is that the succeeding in breaking through to your next level comes from clarity, bold action, and breaking free of them old patterns. So, right now is the time to decide. Are you going to continue to be where you are, stuck, spinning your wheels, or will you make 2025 the year you create some real life change? So, the strategies I want to share with you aren't really quick fixes. You got to step out of your comfort zone and make some decisions that move you forward. But in these 5 strategies, I want to not only share with you why I believe that they're important to help set you up for your breakthrough through, but also how you can do it. Okay. So let's get started. The first strategy I want to share with you so that you can have a breakthrough in 2025 is to quit what's not working, even if it's comfortable. We often get trapped in routines that feel safe, but in many ways can hold us back. So by stopping, by quitting what's not working, even if you're doing stuff that really feels comfortable, you can create space for new things to do, new transformative opportunities. So here's how you do it. You identify one area in your life where you're, really comfortable, maybe just coasting. Whether it's a professional habit, or maybe it's a project you're working on and it's stagnant, or maybe an unproductive routine. And you make a conscious decision to let it go. Replace it with something that energizes you and propels you forward, gives you that energy. And it could be as simple as dedicating a certain amount of time, maybe 30 minutes a day, to a new skill or new project. For example, many of us those of us who work out or have some kind of exercise routine may stick to a comfortable workout schedule. We do the same thing. We go to the same gym. We get on that same treadmill and we work the same number of minutes or hours. Well, perhaps that routine is getting comfortable and it no longer challenges you or your body, because you have to do that with your body in order to grow it, in order to, accelerate that physical development. And so you might want to switch up your workout routine. So if you've always been doing something aerobically, like the treadmill or walking, perhaps you might want to pick up strength training, something brand new. If you ain't never done it, that strength training, that resistance training, you'd love it if you decide to try it. Something new, or perhaps a dance class that can reinvigorate your fitness journey. I took up dancing about it's been almost about a year ago now. I added that to my physical development routine because I was doing the same old thing, but I love to dance. So this, in fact, helped me. Even though I was comfortable with what I was doing, I decided to do something new. Or perhaps one of the things that you can quit doing is your social circles. Because sometimes we maintain those friendships or relationships that really we do it out of habit, but they drain us. If we were honest with ourselves, they drain us. So planning to phase out these relationships can really open up some time and energy, and really emotional energy, for more fulfilling connections. Do you get the idea? Put in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Say yes. Give me a yes. So, the first strategy I want you to think about is to quit what's not working for you, even though it may feel comfortable to you. The second strategy I want to give to you is to embrace selfish time every week. Now, you're going to say to me, Dr. Geneva, selfish? I don't want to be selfish. Okay. So if you don't like that word, use me time. So give yourself some me time every week. Pick out an hour, just an hour, to focus only on you. No family, no work, no obligations, and spend that time guilt free, however you choose. Now, what does this do? It creates the space for self awareness and clarity, and you thinking into yourself. And this is essential for when we want breakthroughs: clarity, self awareness. And it helps with that. And it also helps with your sanity when you take that time to, give yourself some me time, dedicated me time, let you recharge and reflect. So, how do you do it? You set aside 1 hour each week as your selfish hour or your me time hour. Call it what you want to. The point is to do it 1 hour a week. Now, I want you to mark it on your calendar just like you do every other meeting. You schedule everything else. Put down 1 hour me time. Block it from 9 to 10, 7 to 8, 3 to 4, whatever it is, me time. And again, during this time, this is the time for you to have this non negotiable appointment with yourself. So during this time, you're going to relax. You're going to do things that bring you joy, whatever it is, reading, taking a walk, enjoying tea, looking at the water, whatever it is, it needs to bring you joy and relaxation. But here's the key in how to do it. It's got to be guilt free. All right. So this hour of time, this hour of me time that you take, the secret to how it works is that it's guilt free time. So that's the time that you know that this is an investment in your well being and future success. If y'all like that strategy, give me a yes or a thumbs up in the chat. That's one of my favorites. But let's move on to the third strategy. And this one I found a lot of success with in getting myself ready for the next year and any breakthroughs or going to the next level that I wanted to go to. And this third strategy is to find an accountability partner who acts like your own personal board of directors. Mhm. So having this mindset of finding people who can help you be accountable like they were on your board provides you with structured support and really positions you for some great constructive feedback. And when you find an individual or individuals like this relationship can keep you accountable and focused on your goals. Now, it's important to choose someone who complements your skills but challenges your thinking. And someone, of course, that you respect and who isn't afraid to give you honest feedback. Okay. And so you want to, now this is important, and you can start identifying that person and getting ready for this right now so that you can talk with them and kick it with them and get some feedback on 2025. So you want to schedule regular check-ins with this individual or individuals, like maybe once a month or maybe twice a month, where you talk about your challenges, your progress, and importantly, your next steps and what you want to do. And this puts you in the position of this mindset of working with someone who can hold you accountable like a board of directors. This mindset is so important for positioning you for what you want to do next, for your breakthrough, for your going to the next level. And you should treat these conversations like business meetings. So that means you have an agenda for yourself and you have some clear objectives to ensure that you stay on track, that you're focused, and that the time that you spend with this individual is very helpful to you, that it's valuable, that it gives you the resources and the feedback that you need. You're reaching out for help and you're getting that kind of feedback and response. And we often, as leaders, seek resources, need people to help us identify our strengths, areas for improvement, guide us on defining our professional and personal goals, and give us strategies for building confidence and helping us go to our next level, to our next breakthrough. And so, using this strategy, finding an accountability partner is so important. And if you're looking for a good partner, I can be your partner too in helping you um, with this breakthrough for 2025. And if you're interested in talking to me further, put 2025 in the chats, in the comments, and I'll get back to you. So, the fourth strategy that I'd like to leave with you, and I'm inviting you to consider as one to help you break through in 2025, is to unlearn one habit that's keeping you safe. Now, you may say to me, but Dr. Geneva, I want to stay safe and I got a lot of habits. Well, not all habits is good for you, especially those that might just keep you in a comfort zone that really sometimes become more of a crutch than a good habit. So certain habits can feel safe, but actually limit our potential. And you want to make sure that you're working and you have those habits that can open you up for growth and new possibilities. So how do you do that? How do you identify, what of the habits might be working for you and those that might be keeping you in a comfort zone? Well, you got to start by thinking about it. So you want to identify a habit that feels like a safety net for you. I know one of mine used to be um, doing everything myself. So that was a habit. I was used to, writing the proposal, making the calls, organizing the meetings, figuring out the case statement, uh, everything that there was to run an organization and raise lots of money. But I found that activity that I did, and I did it because, everything from I want to do it myself so that I can make sure it's right, to I don't have time to give it to someone else, and all of the other things that made me feel comfortable, and that those actions acting like a safety net because they kept me in my comfort zone. And many of us as leaders are accustomed to doing everything ourselves, thinking that we want to ensure that it's done right. But by unlearning this habit, which means delegating more, delegating the task, that can free up your time for strategic thinking and innovation and keep you less stressed. So that's an example of what a habit that of doing it all yourself might keep you in your comfort zone and you feel safe, but really it's not a good habit. Another one is how we stroll. Um, I did say stroll, didn't I? Well, maybe it's strolling. We do too, but I think the proper word is scroll. Anyway, you know how it is. We scroll. That's what I'm talking. Ooh, yes. First thing in the morning. Sorry. How we scroll through social media, and we do it passively. We're just scrolling, and we'll anything that catches our attention, we'll stop. Okay. But you might want to think about, instead of that habit on social media, perhaps you curate your own social media feed to include inspiring educational content. And when you come across that, you use that time to connect with people who come into your feed, who are giving you inspiring moments, great content. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those things that align with your interest. So rather than passively scrolling through and doing that habit, that routine with your social media, you take charge of what's happening in your social media feed by curating it with things that really you're interested in and that you can comment on. Okay. But anyway, these are, and there you'll probably find other habits. There's the over planning one, or avoiding taking risks. But the point is to identify whatever that habit might be, challenge yourself to make a small difference, a small calculated difference in that area. And this is taking a small but proactive step. So that's the point. You take a step to break the cycle and do action and do whatever it is that you need to do to unlearn a habit that's keeping you safe so that you can prepare yourself for your breakthrough. And then the fifth strategy that I want you to think about as you prepare for your breakthrough 2025, and this is one of my favorites. Well, all of these strategies I've used, I work with women leaders on in one way or another. But this happens to be one of my favorites, and that is to create a bold future self vision and game plan. So that means that what you want to do is think about, well, what do I want to look like at the end of 2025? You say to yourself, it's December 2025. Here's what I've done. Here's what I've accomplished. Here's what I look like. Okay. And you can do that personally, professionally, and for every aspect of your life. So you picture that woman that you want to be. Then I want you to write yourself a letter from your future self, describing in detail what you've achieved and how you feel and the steps you took to get there. I'm telling you, it's a powerful thing to do. And you could do it during your me time, that hour that you're going to take every week just for you. So you write yourself this letter, and dear self, here's what you did, here's what you accomplished, here's the steps that you took. And then you want to list those non-negotiable actions that will bring that vision to life, because you've got it on paper, you've described what it is, you've written it in the letter, and you can go back and you can look and you can say, well, what you did to make that happen, and this is what you're going to do for 2025. And you treat this as a commitment, not as an option. Okay. Now, this practice, and this is something that I do all the time, and I help women leaders learn this practice. This practice helps you stay grounded in your goals and really clarifies things when you face them tough decisions and those tough situations, because they will happen. The clearer you are about your future self, about how you see yourself, that truth that you want to create, that deeper truth, the easier it will be to take intentional action toward her. Okay. And again, if you want that personal guidance and support in implementing these strategies, put 2025 in the chat and I'll connect with you. So, those are 5 strategies that I wanted to leave with you. I invite you to try. But before you go, I got a bonus one. And this one I wanted to add because more and more of the women that I'm working with are coming to me with this in mind. And that's, what am I going to do in retirement? And I love this because, retirement is a significant life transition, and it's never too early to think about it, to maybe plan for it. So, this bonus strategy that I'm leaving with you to help set you up for your breakthrough 2025 year is to design your post retirement legacy plan. Mouthful, but it says a lot. First of all, it says it's never too early to start thinking about what your next is going to be. And secondly, as you get closer and closer to retirement, more and more, we, particularly as women, we're thinking about legacy and what it is we want to leave, what it is with the mark that we want to make, the impact that we want to make sure that we leave. And having a clear plan ensures that, you really live with purpose and intention beyond the career that you're in now. And many of the leaders that I work with are saying to me, in 5, 10, or even 15 years, I'm going to want to retire. I want to start planning now for what that looks like. And so it's never, thinking about it 15 years away, because the time be going like that. So how do you do this? And so you begin by thinking about the impact that you want to leave and the activities that will fulfill you. And you create a plan, and that outlines your goal. And you start with thinking about purpose, because that is so important to us. What is it that I want to do? What kind of purpose do I want to have in my life? And it's interesting to begin thinking about that now, because it may change and evolve, but it gets you in the practice of understanding that you're going to live a long, fulfilling life. And how do you want to plan for that? We need to assume that we're going to be around for a long time, certainly with the medical and technological advances and resources that are available today that were not 20, 30, 40 years ago. We can plan to live vibrant, fulfilling lives past 50, and certainly past retirement age. So, starting to think about that now and using 2025 to say, well, you know what? I want to give a little bit of thought to my legacy, to what I want to do next. It's all good. So I hope those strategies, along with the bonus strategy, has been helpful to you. And I invite you, if you need help with the retirement planning, the what am I going to do in 2025 for my career or my life goals, put 2025 in the comments and I'll be delighted to visit with you, to have a conversation with you. And so thank you all for joining. If there's lots and lots of great information and tips and questions that we have in the chat, love it. We'll see you next week, same time, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And remember, 2025, right around the corner, it can be your breakthrough year. I wish you the best of everything. Unlock your full potential. See you later. Bye.